enough. Buy this book and look at what it means by saying marriage is not for making you happy. See, that's not how to make friends and influence people. That's how to get people really mad. But are you saying that I'm planning to marry to be happy? You want to be happy and you want to marry. The road to Abba is through Ikorobasi. No, you need to use it correct, man. I know both have it cut, but you need to go in the right direction. Because many people who knows couples who has heard things like, who has heard any insinuated or said directly that their life was happier before, even if it's in film, you heard it. You think the film, are they not acting real life? So why do so many people think, okay, I'm going to be an unhappy person before I marry. Then when I marry, I will be happy. One of the biggest sources of disappointment when people marry is when they marry. After what they're like, the shock they go through. That's one of the reasons why I tell the truth. Because it's very unfair. Many married people, since you are blind in your own family members, because now they like that you are blind. Auntie this, you know is bad. Uncle this, you know is bad. You know everybody, you know is bad. But you believe the novel. You know multiple marriages, they are all bad. But you believe a real marriage is like the one in the novel by Daniel Steele. Nora Roberts. Who is the other woman? People who married 7 husbands. Wrote novel. You now read it. They were happy. They married 7 husbands. Who read Daniel Steele? Did you go and check after I said it? How many husbands did she marry? You refuse to check. You don't want to break your heart. Who went and checked? Only 5? Don't demote someone. It's okay. Now, when your teacher on marriage has married so many, you better ask why. Have you heard of that woman in the office, in the civil service? They'll be advising you. Don't take all that nonsense from any man till you find out. So, your own husband, how do you do? Say, me? I left him since. Why you are taking advice from someone who has nothing? You say, okay, auntie, make up say, auntie, I've heard what you said. Who are you listening to? Have you asked her about her reality? Huh? Someone said, how can you allow him to talk to you like that? He just lift his hand to talk, and you took it. Then you find out how they beat her every day, and she endures it. Nobody winch with that. That's not witchcraft. Want to break yours and keep hers by all means. Then you see something called healthy conflict. Have you heard such a phrase before? Healthy conflict. Where I teach you the importance of quarreling. I told you have never seen a book like this. You have never. If you don't learn how to quarrel. You see, some of you what will you talk? If there's any quarrel, it means there's no love in the marriage. Who told you? Question, does God love Israel? Did he used to quarrel with them? Really? That means God does not love Israel. Let's be more real. How many of you have siblings? Do you love them? How many of you have parents? Are you considering loving them? Because some of us parents, we are questioning you people's love. Yeah, see, it's still in court. How many of you think, well, maybe God will make room in your heart to love your parents? Flash hand now before they stop your school fees. Okay. How many of them quarrel with you? How many of you quarrel with them? Who have you quarreled with in the most in this life? Who has siblings? Who used to fight? But you don't love them at all. You love them. Choose a side. Fight or hate. Which one? Do you love them or you don't love them? But you fight them. So where is your brain? Tell me. So why did we enter marriage and when you quarrel? It means there's no love in this marriage. Who has heard that phrase before? It means there's no love. Why? It means there's no. Why? You quarrel. But when you fought with your sibling, when you were quarreling, when you were shouting, there's love. Then you say things like, no, it's a sibling thing. It's a wife and husband thing. Are you hearing me? If you know how many marriages would still be together if they knew this simple thing I just said. If you know how many. If you know how many marriages would be tight and happy if they just knew that others are quarreling too. That when they close all the windows and on AC, It's just to create soundproof quarreling conditions. The only reason why you think you stay in your house is say, poverty is bad. Oh. Let me tell you how poor people think. Poverty is bad. Oh. Listen to this man, always quarreling with his wife. Do you hear any sound from the other side? You cannot hear because the AC is on and the window is closed. You have no idea. You think every time someone wears a big hat covering their eye and shades, it is for a reason. You have any idea of the color of someone's eye? That one they quarrel. This one they fight. Boo! You know they slap you across a very big bed. Okay, let me stop before I enter trouble. Prepare to meet your God. How many of you are starting to believe? We can book with this. We can marriage book. Myths about conflicts in marriage can be healthy. You have to learn to understand how conflict works. You have to be able to quarrel and then say, let's eat, Joe. Not I've quarrel. Go and eat young. Eat man. I've quarrel. I'm sleeping in the other room. God is like, I blame myself for giving you 2 rooms. Because if you had 1 room, there's nowhere to quarrel and go to. Some people are like, Lord, let me have money. God is like, you will not have money. You cannot have money within the first few times. At the beginning, you cannot have money. Why? It's God's love. What's the love? Stay in 1 room. If you have 2 rooms, you'll be quarrel. That is your quarrel will become an oak tree. When by force you're in 1 bed and the window is not sliding, it's louvers. Why? So cold can enter. Why? You don't even have a blanket, it's wrapper. So when it gets cold, you move close to each other. Quarrel while getting heat. Tell me you've seen this one before. Have you seen this before? No, that's what I'm saying. Thank God, before I settle down, I must have. God is like, settle down already. Settle down when you don't have much. Then I'll use hardship and weld you together. Because if you have plenty early, when you're angry, you go out and eat outside. People that eat outside have money to eat outside. Who knows the impossibility of not eating outside? Who? I mean as a single, I mean as a normal person. You just know the only place to eat is home. Who knows it makes people go home? Who knows that no matter how much your legs want to roam outside, there's this thing your stomach does where it says, it's like true north, it's like compass homeward. Because that small rice, palm oil rice, it's not half again. It has entered the other edge. It's just that shape. You know that shape at the corner is there. You must go to it. So when you tell someone, sorry, I have an appointment, before that small rice will go bad. Poverty is a beautiful thing for many people. Don't know. I know again. You're like, that's inside. We can't pastor with this. This alone should tell you I'll not raise offering. You should be happy. you should be happy. There's a song by Jason Upton which I like, but let me not start singing. That he said there's a power in poverty that breaks principalities. Me, I preach poverty is good. Though. I know you have never heard it. You're like, how? Poverty has major advantages. Why do you think Jesus lived poor and all the apostles? You think they are suffering? No, they knew the advantage. There's something that, you know what means for something to have an advantage? Who has heard that when you're bathing in Niger, bending, fetching water, that you're exercising? That is good for your body. See, but you say, poverty is not good. Though. If we were out now, we've been in a bathtub and we were just soak. What about this exercise Nigerians get for free? What about this exercise? So there are things that have advantage. Many Nigerians don't know that a lot of the food foreigners eat, that is what makes them so sick. You haven't seen children that are allergic to everything. Egg. Some almost to air. You, what are you allergic to? Excuse me, I want to know your allergies. What are you allergic to? Nothing. Africa, but nothing. Dead. Don't you know they kill African man? Do you understand the kind of immune system you have? You think everything is bad. Have you heard when the Nigerians go abroad, do you hear how well they do in school? You have not heard. Who has heard that when Nigerians go abroad, American, they do very well in school? Why do you think? You look at the people, they are like a joke. Light every time. How will you not read? It's not when you have to go and read. You go and you're looking, carrying iron, searching for electricity from compound to compound. You know there will be light when you need to iron. So you can focus. I want to, and you read the thing, everyone wonder, why is it so easy? Is it real? I went to South Africa many years ago. Well, last time I was in South Africa, 2016, and I'm there, and my friend's daughter comes back, and she saw the small waterproof. That's her assignment. The letter 4, on the other side, alphabet G. I asked, how old is she? She said 6. I scratched my hair. I came back to Nigeria and changed my children's school. Because when I go to pick my children in school, the 6-year-old, they are copying notes. See notes. Time to close has happened. The boys see notes. Ha! Same age. No, it worried me. I started looking for a school where the curriculum is short. The school I moved them to, the head of the school showed me, say, look at the note for this class. It was about quarter or less than half a page. While the other school, it was 1 page and a half. I changed them all. I just shifted them like that. Thank God there are not many at the time. And I was very serious. What kind of thing? Now, come and take those 2 children. Take this one that goes on like that till university. Take the Nigerian one that wants to teach you algebra by 7. Fast forward those 2 people. By the time they are 20 or 18, 19, place them side by side on different stages and see the one that will seem to be more in charge. Place them side by side on different stages and see the one that will seem to be more in charge. The one that moves slowly, gradually, building up steam. Not the one say, oh yeah, on your marks, get set, Z. Calm down. Nigerians do not do they rush. You rush too much. So when we go abroad, it's like, this is child's play now. We did this one just to. And to say you do well, not cheat, you cheat. Let me say you do Anyways, I'm just saying that the truth about life is that if you know the real truth about things, you do better when you face the real truth. Conflict resolution, how do you resolve, things? And then the things that influence marriage, things that influence, I call them action influencers. The things that influence our actions. You don't even know. Many people don't know this is what makes me behave this way. There are things that are induced by experience. Some by habit, some by time, some by fear, some by physical and health. Your physical condition has induced certain things. There are things people do, which if they understood it and their spouse understood it, everything will be different. So, oh no, why I don't normally do this? You may not know why you don't do something. Oh, I don't eat this, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. You may not know why. You've never thought of it. If you got to understand it and your spouse understands it, the same thing that leads to offense could be zero offense. I don't know why I was hearing a message the other day and the person said, some people were on a vehicle. I can't remember how. I heard a small clip. They were in a bus, and a man was sleeping, and his 2 children were, I didn't hear from the beginning, were causing trouble in the bus, night bus or something, on their way to Lagos. And the passengers got tired. What kind of man is this? What kind of sleep are you sleeping? Till one woman said, Oga, wake up, take this your children, or you people go carry your child and leave this bus. How can you disturb a whole bus like this? The man woke up, sorry, forgive me, sorry. I just came from burying these children's mother in the village. We have not slept. The whole bus went, they have been complaining since. Everybody just shut up. Everybody is now carrying the child. Oh yeah, come. Oh yeah, feed the child. Everything changed. The moment they had knowledge, everything changed. They understand that's a grieving widower who must be weary and tired. These children are orphans. They don't have a mother. It's called perspective. Many times, if you had perspective, many couples, if their spouse had perspective, everything would change. But sometimes they never. Some is after a long time. Some they go and tell an outsider. You wonder, why didn't you tell your spouse? Why didn't you tell your spouse? If your spouse understood some things, they would know what's inducing your action. They would know why you never like to go with them somewhere, that it brings memories of something. They would understand why you act the way you do. Oh, there's this habit you have when they are visitors. There's this way you act whenever they ask you to do certain things or assist. But there's some trauma, something. I'm not saying you shouldn't be healed of it. Okay, I'm saying that there's things that induce the actions people carry out. And if we know these things, it would make our life so much better. We talk about marriage as a mission field.